Grant Boone.
For a chip, you think she's got a chance to make it.
She would roll that in for birdie, but Gino Thitikul, 3 times a winner on the LPGA Tour in 3 seasons, also would make birdie at that 8th. And Gino is 3 under on her. Trying to make a charge and get into position for that big finish on Sunday. We're over at the 9th, and this is not what you'd expect to be or want to be. Grant and Karen, joined by Tom Abbott, and on the course, the Cincinnati native Amy Rogers. And Tom, what's happening here?
Well, this is over on the right-hand side. These come into play if players lose their drive right off the tee at 9. It's between the 9th and the 18th.
I just need a number to speed across. I think pretty much right.
That's from the green camera. Amy's down there for us. Do you know where the ball actually finished, Amy?
Hi there, gang. Yeah, the ball finished just short of this metal fence that's been constructed. They're housing a lot of the golf carts for some of the volunteers in this area. So about a foot away from this fence, but she's actually closer to the 18 fairway right now than she is to the fairway over at 9. The rules official helping her figure out which direction she needs to go to get relief here. They first looked at the option of going back towards 18, but now look like they're going to be headed back towards 9.
9 is a very difficult hole, and it's just been tough all week long. This is the end result there. Yeah, it goes behind that fence, as Amy said.
That final group, and Nelly Korda making a move back at the 9th for our leader.
It looks like she's taken a drop here, Amy, and has been fortunate.
Yeah, nice break. Able to take relief from the opposite side of this fence, so closer back towards the 9th fairway. Her lie is in this trampled down area where a lot of the fans have been walking the last few days. It's between clubs here. She has a nice angle over to this left hole location. Doesn't want to be short here. There's water guarding the front of the screen.
Yeah, well, she got away with that poor tee shot. It's the hardest fairway to hit.
She needed to. It's exactly what we saw on the 12th with that shot from the tee.
Yeah, and even the approach at 10. Now here's our leader back at the 9th.
Did Lydia play out of turn there to let Thitikul up onto the green, Amy?
She did, yeah, just to give her a little extra time. Thitikul is away. She's about 25 feet short of the hole. This will be an uphill putt for Thitikul. She's going to want to move off to her right just a little bit.
Oh, just didn't come back.
But that is a very impressive front 9 for Gino Thitikul. 3 under par. Played on a Solheim Cup team for the U.S. back in 2021, trying to regain that form. And now back on the tee at this 10th. Our leader by 4, Thitikul.
Thitikul next to play here. Not much of a breeze over on this other side of the golf course.
Thitikul's looked awfully good, Karen.
She has.
And back we go to our leader at the 10th, Thitikul.
Her tee shot rolling out through this fairway, finding the primary rough, but is setting up nicely.
Almost looked like that impact, she kind of quit on that just a bit, like it came out differently to what she was expecting.
Third shot for our leader Gino Thitikul at the 10th.
Just off that little upslope. Conventionally, so it's a big movement for her to level those shoulders off.
So we had 7 players tied for second place.
Playing today?
I went to one of their games last year.
Yeah, great.
It's a lot of fun, lovely stadium, great facilities there.
They're
for
on the Ohio
fans.
River.
Yeah.
Thitikul now.
So many people through the years had asked me if I was an Ohio State fan, but I really didn't pay much attention to Ohio State because we had so much going on here.
Probably a Bearcat. Cincinnati.
It is, yeah, Cincinnati Bearcats.
Amy's the pride of St. Ursula Academy. Go Bulldogs. Been great yesterday,
Yes.
if I recall.
Gino could put some distance between herself and the field with a good shot here, Amy. Second to 11.
Absolutely on a slight upslope here, 200 to the pin.
There have been 7 eagles this week, and 5 of them have been on this hole. So this is the hole that you can make up some ground. But Gino, I think.
The other 2 players closer to the green. Thitikul first to go.
Yeah, both she and Co found this collection area just short of this green. Uphill all the way to this back pin. Gonna need to fly this most of the way there.
She certainly would take birdie now, as he was saying. Not LPGA Tour. Back over to the 11th. And Gino to extend that lead.
Left herself a bit more work here than I think she would like. With that last shot, about 15 feet coming back down the hill to this hole. It's going to want to slide off to her left.
Which doesn't make this, it'll feel like a bogey rather than a par, given the amount of birdies that have happened on this hole. Oh, like it was nothing.
Looking very good. Nice up and down on the previous hole. Good up and down here. Gets the 16 under par.
Also for quite a long time too, and she's always right on that edge, that experience that comes into play. She's a player that you don't expect to go all 5 matches.
Here's Thitikul now after that birdie at the 11th. Her lead is back to 4 as she plays the 12th.
Team moved up quite a bit today from what we saw yesterday, about 30 yards up today. So 126 to this hole for Thitikul. The hole location today way over on the left side, just 3 off the edge.
Hang on. Okay. And Tom, you're not the only one to notice that about Anna, by the way.
This is the par 3 12th final group. Gino Thitikul has pushed her lead
For a Sunday charge to potentially end that winless drought.
So Gino Thitikul with a putt to push her lead to 5.
Another great look for Thitikul. She's got about 20 feet putting across this green. She's just teetering on this ridge. We'll want to push off to her right.
Did not begin her year, Karen, until April because of a thumb injury, but took the lead into that Sunday morning at the Chevron Championship. Hasn't won an individual event this year, but just keeps putting herself in position. Gino, the comebacker. 4 under today.
Yeah, she's going very well, in control here at the Kroger Queen City Championship, presented by P&G. But while we have a moment, earlier Grant was joined by a couple of special guests in the booth.
Yeah, and thank you both as well for extending that partnership through 2026. We're going to be here for a couple of more years and can't wait. Just keeps getting bigger and better. Out to 13.
Thitikul on the tee.
This is another one of those holes with an elevated tee box downhill to this fairway. This par 4 playing 400 yards on the nose today.
Yeah, needs a bit of a hop. It was trying, but
It's going to be an awkward line.
she's going to have a chance for birdie. This is the tricky one for Thitikul.
Yeah, awkward stance here. The ball well below her feet in this rough. Ball is sitting up though. She's got 139 to the hole.
She was actually aimed down that left side. I think she was anticipating when the ball's below your feet that you're going to push it a little bit. It's going to move to the right.
Hot, late, technically late summer day here at the Kroger Queen City Championship, presented by P&G. Yeah, tough little shot this for Gino Thitikul at the 13th. Quite a lot of ground to cover here and not a lot of green. Yeah, played it well. Look, it kicked left off the go way back to the LPGA Tour, and it was the final day of the final tournament, and she played so well to sneak in and regain her playing privileges. Now Thitikul for the par.
She played her bump and run to here, leaving herself about 6 feet, coming back. Not much movement.
Good up and down that. She scrambled pretty well here on this back 9.
Looking really solid across the board. I mean, some of the iron shots and tee shots have.
Thitikul.
Yeah, this par 4 today playing 398 yards. Playing uphill, semi-blind tee shot to this elevated fairway.
You've yet to find anything wrong with that swing in 3 years on the LPGA Tour.
I keep looking, but there's still nothing.
It's awfully good.
It's so solid looking, and it's been that way.
And Gino is next.
Just 2 yards ahead of where you played from, but she's got it much from right to left. Wind beginning to gust. It is downwind.
Really gripping down the shaft there to cope the lie where the ball was above her feet. What that does is it
Odd numbered holes there. And prior to that, a run of even numbered holes that we were watching, which has made it very difficult for Mr. Boone to eat the ice cream.
Yeah.
It was just brought into the booth.
Thanks to Emily Norell, the director. She brought my favorite flavor, purple.
What is the purple? Has
I have no
anybody
idea.
found out what the greatest purple ice cream is? I'm sure
It matches
people
my shirt
It's
and my alma mater, so I'm happy about it.
Is it a raspberry flavor, maybe?
It's grape.
Oh, it's grape.
All right. Gino's a foodie, so she might toddle down to Oktoberfest here tonight. Some good German food, Amy. Barely old enough to drink here in the U.S. She's 21.
There's so many good Cincinnati foods here. Have you guys tried any of the others besides Graters, or has that been pretty much every meal?
Well, I don't know if we want to go rattling off all of the different brand names, but yes, you're right. Lots of good ones. And Gino now with this one, slow one. We've seen a lot of players have trouble getting into the hole here.
Yeah, this from long range up the hill. breaking right to left.
I'm impressed with a lot of things this week. I'm impressed with Gino's golf game. Nelly Corder's stamina after.
A course she's never seen before. In her first event back since winning at St. Andrews at the AIG Women's Open. Gino's been on a good roll. She was in contention for a couple of days there at St. Andrews. She was in contention all the way in Boston a couple of weeks ago.
Teared it down low yet.
Yeah, Gino is just going to give this one a rip, I would think.
It's also a driver for Thitikul. Wind is starting to pick up again, gusting into the players.
It's in good shape. We have solved the mystery of the purple ice cream.
Hold on the left,
it's black
please.
cherry flavor.
Lost at the moment.
Gino's just seen both of those players miss the green right.
Thitikul has 115 to the hole, so we've seen this bunker to the right. There's also water bordering the left side of the screen as well.
Yeah, it's just fine there. She'll have a putt up the hill for a birdie.
So she knows if it's going to release or if it's going to try and bite a little bit. She doesn't leave anything to chance. She's so creative.
Now Gino for the birdie. She's making it difficult for the rest of the field right now. Still obviously one more day to go tomorrow. Got to finish off this third round, but she looks so solid. And we felt, Karen, that this was going to be a golf course that would suit a longer hitter.
Yep.
Which is Gino.
No question. But she's also a player that hits a ton of greens as well. And around here, you've got to be precise.
16th. Gino Thitikul.
Good birdie.
Thank you. Good save.
Thank you.
Her caddy Kong travels with her manager Jack as well.
This par 3, 178 yards today, just not a breath of wind at the moment. The pin tucked over on the right side.
Bunker. Amy, could you tell if that was bunker or in the rough?
Can't make it up.
All right, Thitikul from the bunker at 16.
Her ball hopped out of her ball mark, so has a decent lie.
Lydia's got a putt for birdie, so there's at least a chance for a two-shot. She'll be in the shade, which is a coveted spot on a day like this. Par putt for Thitikul at 16.
15 feet. I want to slide to her left.
And that's her first dropped shot of the day. And that'll be for bogey. It's an amazing young career for Thitikul, just her 3rd season on the LPGA Tour. But she has 35 top 10s in 58 starts. 3 wins to her credit. And after that dropped shot, her lead is down to 3.
Karen, but it just seems like that is just not a very nice shot to hit.
It's not, but given the trouble that is short and left of that flag, and then if you miss it right, you've got that bunker up there on the right. That leaves it difficult up and down. You really do have to find the fairway here.
Now Gino.
She'll have to use her length to her advantage. Maybe get this one to run out.
Yeah, it's going to find the bunker. Just down the upslope.
Quite slow.
68 for Alban.
Looks like Gino's going to play safe here out of the bunker.
I mean, that's quite a steep lip there. She's right up against it, off of an upslope. I would say a really smart play, given that she has a 3-shot lip.
17.
Yeah.
3rd shot.
Thitikul going back and forth between 2 clubs here. She's about 90 yards short of this pin.
May get away with a par. Jeeno Thitikul on top here of the Kroger Queen City Championship.
Team E-Globe. A lot of talent, big hitter. 17.
Here's the par putt for Gino. Wow.
Oh, that's a little unlucky, because that was a good-looking putt.
Back-to-back bogeys. Didn't really see that coming for Jeeno Thitikul. She's got to hit more greens tomorrow. I think that's going to be key for her.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fallen off a little bit on this back 9. I just wonder if, I mean, I know she's from Thailand. It's very hot in Thailand. I just wonder if she's just let herself get a little bit, you know, dehydrated, or a little bit of lack of energy coming down the stretch, not kept up with the, you know, the hydration in the fluids.
Because that can affect you mentally, yeah.
No part in how a player performs coming down the stretch, and she's been firing on all cylinders. I can't see there being too much of an explanation for it unless there's.
And that's the risk and reward you have here at the 18th, isn't it? The Aon Risk Reward Challenge Hole.
The more you take off, the easier your second shot will be.
All right, so there you see bogeys this week. Just 2 in her first 51 holes, but she's bogeyed the last couple. Looked like a good swing. And how about that bounce? Wow.
My goodness, that's pounded down there too. Whew.
Right. Amy will step that off for us and tell it. I'm fascinated by your supposition, your question about her management of hydration and food. She missed 3 greens in the first 2 days. She's missed last year's Rookie of the Year, Hate on You. The winner 2 years ago, Gino Thitikul, and the number in for this second, Amy?
Well, that drive was 309, so she's left herself 155 to the hole.
Wow.
This could be just a baby 7 or a big 8. That looked like a big full swing. Makes such a difference having a short shot in. What a shot.
Well, so much for that greens in regulation missed streak in with the chance for eagle. Chance to pick up a couple of shots here. This for eagle.
A long effort for Thitikul from the back of the screen. We'll move ever so slightly downhill.
Hard to believe that stayed out to the right. Thought for sure that was going to move left.
It's going to be for a round of 68. Lydia had to make it 3 for 3. Not much left here. Began the day with a 1-shot lead. 1 point led by 5. It'll be a 2-shot lead for Gino heading into the final round. She's only had a couple of 54-hole leads before for all of her times in contention. This is just the second time. And it's the first time, actually, since 2022. So we'll see. Hard to hold 54-hole leads or any lead going into Sunday on the LPGA Tour, especially this year. Why don't we have a moment? Down to Amy.
Gino, you seem to make nearly everything you looked at today. Just had a little bit of a struggle there over that closing stretch. How would you describe the round overall?
I mean, still a pretty good round, I guess. I mean, like finishing with the birdie on a par 5. I don't know how I could hit that far from the first tee, but like, yeah, I get it. Take it.
I asked you a minute ago if this heat bothers you being from Thailand. You said, of course. What kind of impact does heat like this have on you, not only personally, but on your game as well?
I think stay dry, like stay hydrated. It's the most important here. And then, you know, if you can see all the girls had the umbrella on, which is, you know, the sun, it's really killing us this week. And then, but it's good. It's good. I like it more than the cold weather.
You've managed it well. Congratulations on the round today and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Friendly. Unless you've done something wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't mess with Patrick. But tomorrow's going to be his last day. He never wants to be seen. He wants to stay in the shadows. But if you need him, he is always there. Well done.
It's going to be a fantastic day tomorrow, Grant.
I
when
agree.
you look at Gino, how she's playing. Balance Wine has been playing particularly well too. I mean, she could be sneaky and a player to get her first LPGA Tour victory.
And what did we say? This, you know, is such an important week for so many players.
Yeah.
There could be more than one winner tomorrow. You're going to have someone hoist a trophy, but a lot of players could go ahead and